Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and we still don't have any nerfs. We have no update from Blizzard in if we have the page open here from the news tab, we haven't had anything since the last patch notes when Iron Deep Trog and a couple other cards were nerfed. And a lot of people, myself included, thought we would get a balanced patch or something announced by now, but unfortunately we have not. And a lot of people are just wondering what the heck is going on. The only update we've gotten, there's literally been only one update that I even know of, was from Hearthstone itself, announcing the winner of the faction of the Battle of Alterac Valley. You know, the whole Horde versus Alliance thing where the Alliance has won. No stats were given. They said that would come in a future blog post, but there will be, I guess, a Diamond Vandar given out at some point. I was a part of the Horde because I was anti-Anduin and very sad my side lost, but overall, if you were wondering about that, that's happened. You still have until the next expansion, though, to complete the whole Honor timeline thing. So if you haven't unlocked your other golden legendary from the other, like the Alliance or the Horde, you still have plenty of time to get that done. However, no new news about any balance changes, a Battlegrounds update. We know there's a new patch coming along, and I even tweeted this prediction out boldly saying I'm going to regret this and saying that I honestly think the next balance patch will contain changes to Wild. There's just too many issues that have built up. I want to believe they care about Wild, so I believe they'll do the right thing. Please don't let me down. And Igzar responded, although he took basically a shot at me, but whatever, it's fine. He said, the right thing, what I personally want, we'll see what we can do, okay. Personally, what I want would be a whole lot different than what I always suggest. I try and suggest what I think's best for the format, as well as what you guys tell me every single day. But all I really care about is that they'll see what they can do, okay? So he can take all the shots he wants at me, that's fine. As long as Wild improves and they do something to improve it, I would be ecstatic, and it's not about my ego or anything like that. I could care less, but I'm glad that they are considering it. That means they're considering it, at least in my book, that means they're considering it. However, Standard is in a state where Rogue is literally out of control. It's gotten even worse since my last video, and you can see that here by even on Reddit. It was posted, this guy posted 55% of his opponents were rogues, over 166 sample size. We've seen plenty of content creators like No Hands Gamer, also Grandmasters, basically joking about no nerfs being announced again. Like, it feels like I'm in a relationship that's about to break up, yet the state passes and you are somehow still together. Valir and I will break up tomorrow, I swear. We have John Bray saying we need a balance patch. Can you pull some Strings Guff Rune Totem? There's this whole weird roleplay thing going on Twitter. We had Fino, who's usually super pro whatever the meta is, even saying delete Weapon Rogue and Mizaki Mage. We got Vicious Syndicate, Zako saying the same thing. We even have here my video where this was on the 8th, so 4 days ago, where Rogue was 3rd at all ranks. So all ranks, and I was saying Rogue's gonna catch up. It's gonna start passing stuff because, as you know, like I mentioned, top 1000 legend sets the trend, it trickles down and things start getting busted. And if you look at HS replay right now, well, you can see that Rogue is now in first. It actually went up 0.1% the last half hour, but it gets even more startling. Even more startling when you take a look at the meta, the meta snapshot, where we're at top 1000 legend. In the last 3 days, there are 3 decks that have a positive win rate. This is Demon Hunter-esque. This is actually Demon Hunter-esque, where Rogue represents the majority of the ladder. It beats everything, and it beats everything so much that even though the mirrors are constant, it still has a positive win rate, with Face Hunter being the only archetype that can actually compete because it beats Poison Rogue. It loses to Thief Rogue, but it beats Poison Rogue enough that it's high up, whereas a deck like Quest Hand Warlock, it beats Thief Rogue, but not super convincingly, and gets crushed. Absolutely crushed by Poison Rogue, and basically no deck hard counters either of these two decks. If you take a look at Poison Rogue's matchup spread, it is a whole lot of red or green against most meta decks. It loses to Beast Druid, right, by a little bit, but you can see here's the Face Hunter thing. 26% against Face Hunter. That's what's giving Face Hunter the big win spread, and it beats basically everything else. Apparently it loses to Big Spell Mage that nobody plays. I have no idea how, but apparently that beats it, so play that over a 500 game sample size. But yeah, beats Paladin, beats Priest, beats Warlock, beats Shaman, beats all several other rogues outside of Thief Rogue, which is about a coin flip, and it beats even Control Warrior. It's about 50% against, only losing to Quest Warrior. So basically, Poison Rogue beats almost everything, and you look at Thief Rogue, same type of deal, where it only has a couple bad matchups. It's a split against Fel Demon Hunter, and it's a split against Libram Paladin. It loses to Quest and Warlock, like I said, but not nearly as bad as like Face Hunter to Poison Rogue, and that's it. It's a split against Cute Rogue, which not many people play. It's a split against OTK Shaman, and it's a split against Charge Warrior, which I guess, but overall it's a split or better. So we're at a level of almost like Demon Hunter-esque ability where these decks beat everything outside of itself, and as a result, you can see in the high tiers here that it's basically nullifying everything, and it's starting to trickle through. Even Diamond through Legend, you have Poison Rogue here, and Thief Rogue I expect to go up, and it will get worse and worse as we've seen over time. And my point is, Blizzard's got to do something about this at some point. It is getting ridiculous how overtuned Rogue is. Again, we've talked about this before, but it just has this ridiculous tool set that it just does everything you could ever want to do in a deck. Some of the best early game out there. I mean, you have Wild Paw Knoll comes down for 0 mana pretty consistently, and you can tell 63% of the time in your mulligan, you win the game. We have even the like Double Agent, very powerful, comes down. And this is one of the things that's the most startling to me. Shadowcrafter Scabs, 58% win rate when held in the mulligan, a 7 mana hero card. The only time I recall a hero card having that high of win rate in the opener was, well, good old Dr. Boom, Mad Genius back during the whole Control Warrior meta, and that got nerfed to 9 mana back in the day. So I don't know if we're going to see Scabs go to 9, but one of these cards, if not two of these cards, need to change up absolutely. And it's gotten to the point, it's gotten so ridiculous where Matey got rank 1 legend with Weapon Rogue, running only Maester of Masquerade and Wild Paw Knoll as his Burgle cards. Does that not defeat the purpose of Burgle when you literally just run Maestra and Knoll and that is it? And you just cheat out early Yetis and can get rank 1 legend? When you're looking at Weapon Rogue, of course, the weapon has an insanely high win rate, 65%. Wild Paw Knoll, though, just as high, giving it that ridiculous sustain. And again, Scabs, the 60% range. Cloak of Shadows is seen as a problematic card that gives you that time to stall. It's not going to have a high played win rate. It's going to be a weird, funky card, and a lot of people are targeting that, but you've got to hit Knoll. Knoll absolutely has to get nerfed, and I'm feeling like Scabs does too, and I'm just going to be interested to see what they actually finally do, because we are at a state in the metagame where I just don't remember the last time we've seen this, where we only have, in the last 3 days, 3 positive decks, period, at the highest level. And again, that trickle down, it's a real thing, and you'll see that it's still, even in all of Legend, it's not very diverse, with only 6 decks total with a positive win rate. And let me know what you guys think. Hopefully we'll hear about nerfs maybe later today. I don't know, but I'm just like, come on, Blizzard, we got to do something. This is getting ridiculous, and I just don't think 30+% of your matchups being against Rogue is particularly good. I mean, all you got to do is look at the popularity spread. You got 21% Thief Rogue, 12% Poison Rogue, and people love their guff, so 12% Druid, even though the win rate ain't great, but God, gotta love the guff. And yeah, hopefully things can change soon, and hopefully I can give you guys a better update in the near future. So if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day, and stay salty, my friends.